Hello, hello, hello. Oh, man. Hey, God Voice is working at this happy day. Yay. Okay. Haha. Here we go. Haha. Yay. Hi. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm God Roddy here to rock you. Yeah. Got Roddy, buy my CD. Yeah. Buy my CD.
Just real quick, this is taking for fucking ever. I don't know why I did this. I need a different intro. I'm gonna say all this already. I already got it queued up. I'm gonna say it. So here we go. Yeah. Oh look, that's me. Yeah. Have good time. Yeah. Don't worry. It is okay here. We have good time. Yeah. So, so I want to welcome you to the party bed. Yeah. It's the most offensive church this side of the YouTuber verse. So, welcome. Yeah. Isn't it like extra dark in here today? It's like extra dark. And I haven't moved anything, but somehow it feels really dark in here. Like broody. Maybe. Maybe it just needs to be that way. I don't know. But doesn't it seem extra dark? It does. It just seems extra dark in here. But I feel like if I turn up the light, it won't be so intimate. That's what it is. We're in an intimate space. So do not worry. Welcome to the party pet. Yeah, I clap for you twice. Take that scared look off your face. It is great here. Yeah, what we're doing is we're reading this great ass book. It's called God Said. Because he did not fucking say that. We are here to find out what he did say. This is God's unofficial biography, Das Bible, as read by yours truly, the Ghetto Redneck Bible Lady, the Saint of Awesome, your Superstone Sage, Saint Nikki K. the Great. Yeah, and we're going to find out what God did say. We're going on this expedition with God Himself. Yeah, because he thinks this story is funny. And I also find it funny. But we're on the last few chapters of the prophet book Isaiah, not Ezekiel. We're on Ezekiel. We're on the last couple chapters. I think we might have 3 days left. You know, if I don't talk so much, maybe 2 days left. But I have a real problem with talking. And God also likes to talk shit sometimes. He has ADHD. And right now, in this part of the book, God, being God, decided he was going to build his own house in heaven and then give Ezekiel the whole schematics. And we have to read it. But we are never going to see this place. This is a Julian place. It's not us people place. So it doesn't really matter to us. I guess it does matter to see how like vindictive God is. Like he's like, you ruined my house down there. I make me better house up here. And then you make my better house up here. You make it down there. So that's what's happening. And God's just rubbing it in because these people really made him mad. He went around and beat up a whole bunch of people. And then he beat them up. But then he unbeat them up. And now he's giving them directions to build him a new house to match the house he built in heaven. Yeah. That is a thing that's happening right now, and we are in the middle of it. I like to call it God being petty, but he's not really being petty because these people are assholes. Yeah, it is a thing that is happening. Yeah. So, if that sounds interesting to you, walk this way with me. Wait, what is happening? Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing. Wait, I need to put this right here. Yeah, now I know what I'm doing. Yeah, okay. So, anyway, if you also want to know where God goes in this TV show, well, come and watch along with me. Yeah, we have special guest, Mr. Hey, did you come in? I don't know. Are they giving me drive-by pills again? Man, I love drive-by pills. But anyway, he might have showed up. I can't see what his name is on my likey thing. So I'll find out later. Or if he comes in, I'll find out if he comes in. But anyway, if you also want to find out if he comes in, or you want to finish watching the show, God and Ezekiel, LOL. Come on with me and we'll finish it. Well, actually, we are probably not going to finish it because I'm telling you, God got into the details like he did when they had him build his bachelor pad in the desert. It's kind of like that, but not on the same scale. It's probably on the it's probably on close to the same skill or pattern to the house that Solomon built God when he finally wanted to retire. That was a whole thing, and maybe we'll get there again. But that was a whole fucking thing. David was trying to make God retire, and God was like, I'm not fucking retiring. I love couch surfing. And it was like a whole thing. Like David and God, like it seemed like they got in each other's face about the whole God retiring thing. Yeah, it was a thing. But anyway, if you want to find out about this new temple God decided that they were going to build for him because he built his own in heaven. And as above, so below, I suppose that was when that would come in handy right now. Anyway, I am not looking forward to reading this. So, come on with me. I have everything you need to relax and have a good time. I have cannabis, cigarettes, coffee. Wait, I have coffee, a chair with your name on it, cat beds, and canine space. Because I love your animals. And you should love my animals too. I got a lot of raccoons and a lot of cats. Mm. There's stray raccoons, and there's some stray possums, and there's a lot of stray cats. And I also have a husband. Yeah, I'm super loved. So let's get to reading. Did I tell you? Yeah, I did tell you. Oh, I made a bookmark. Yeah, I made a bookmark so I can have a bookmark. Oh my God. Here we go. Why? Why do I gotta read this? Oh, okay. I want to check if my YouTube is live. I don't want to read this. Okay. I'm going to read it. Don't worry. I'm going to read it. I just don't want to. Okay. Oh, we get the template. God gets to read it. Oh, good. Good. God gets to read it. Finally.
Shut up, I'll read what I want. Yeah, Nikki's always talking shit, but I'm telling you, I'll read what I want. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember. I don't want to divide the land. I already divided the land a long time ago. God, like 300 million years from this. Like before this, I divided the land already. Why am I dividing it again? I don't like this book. Do they get paid by word to write Das Biblia? Why? I don't need to divide the land. They already have the land. What is happening? I don't know what's happening. God logic. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Why am I reading this? Oh, why am I reading this? Why? So you, the viewer, knows what it says. Yes, I know why I'm reading it. But there's so much stuff. We're gonna have to read it again in Joshua. Yep, when the land gets divided by Joshua, when they draw lots. Yeah, if there's a Joshua in the Ethiopian Bible, we're gonna read it again. I want to do anything but read this right now. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Moreover, when you divide the land by lot into inheritance, you shall set apart a district for the Lord, a holy section of the land. Its length shall be 25,000 cubits, and its width 10,000 cubits. It shall be holy through uh, throughout its territory all around. Of this, there shall be a square plot for the sanctuary, 500 by 500 rods and 50 cubits around it for an open space. So this is the district you shall measure. Oh my God. Why? Why? Why am I reading this? Why? I don't know why I'm reading this. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I'm spitting. My tuchus hurts. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I don't want to read it. Here I am, melting down in front of whoever. I hope you're watching on 2 times speed because it's way better. It just, I don't want to read this. Okay. Okay. There shall be the most holy place. It shall be a holy section of the land belonging to the priests, the ministers of the sanctuary who come near to him. Oh, come near to minister to the Lord. It shall be a place for their houses and a holy place for the sanctuary. Oh, they're going to be right next to my bedroom. Yeah, I'm going to bang on the walls all night. It's going to be so much fun. That's not going to happen. Okay. So, anyway, by an area 5,000 cubits long and 10,000 wide shall belong to the Levites, the ministers of the temple. They shall have 20 chambers as a possession. I don't. Why? You shall appoint as the property of the city an area 5,000 by 25,000 cubits adjacent to the district of the holy section. It shall belong to the whole house of these terrible ass people. Man, why am I doing this again? No one knows. Oh. The prince shall have a section on one side and the other of the holy district and the city's property for ordering on the holy district of the city's property extending westward on the west side and eastward on the east side, with one of the tribal portions from the west border to the east border. The land shall be his possession in the land, and my princes shall no more oppress my people, but they shall give to the rest of the land to these terrible ass people according to their tribes. The fuck am I reading that for? I don't even know. I don't want to read this. Okay. Read it, Nikki. You shall appoint as property of the city an area 5,000 by 25,000 cubits adjacent to the district of the holy section. It shall belong to these terrible ass people. The prince shall have a section on the one side and the other of the holy district, and the city's property bordering on the holy district, the city's property by extending westward on the west side and east. Why am I reading this? Does anybody really care? No one cares about this. This is why nobody wants to read the Bible. Because who the fuck cares about that? Zero people. And I bet zero people know what it says because really it's a Jew thing. This is so aggravating to my soul. And they wait till the end of it. At least they put it in at the end. Can appreciate that. But then are you going to want to read the next book after this? No, probably not. So then they put this in there to stop you from reading any further because what the fuck does this matter? Zero. This was to make these people jealous and to give them something to do for at least 40 years. Because they got to make it just like God said, because God said. But then they don't listen to anything else God says any other time, except for when He makes them busy. Then they're like, oh, yeah, God said to do that. This is so aggravated. Okay. Oh my God. That was only 6 verses? What? No way. Oh my God. Now we're at okay, that was 8 verses. That took so long for no reason. Okay, here we go. Okay. Enough, oh princes of these terrible ass people. Remove violence and plundering. Execute judgment and righteousness. And stop dispossessing my people, says the Lord God. You shall have honest scales, an honest ephah, an honest bath. The ephah and the bath shall be of the same measure. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh, look, people are giving me drive-by pills. Are you people giving me drive-by likes? Man, I'm getting drive-by thumbs and pills. We're having a good time. Hi, local. Yeah. Hey, I guess the stickers are working. General Samuel Field told me to turn those on. I didn't know how to turn those on. I had a button, so I'm glad they work. But anyway, welcome to the party pen. We are at the end of Ezekiel, and I'm having a real hard time getting through it because it's so fucking boring. It's literally saying things he already said in Exodus. Yeah, it's so aggravating and very hard to get through. And I'm God right now in God voice. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm God, Roddy, in God voice.
My bad. I forgot I was in God voice. My bad. God is good all the time. Yeah. And we're here laughing with God. By the way, we're having a good time. We're having theatrics in the Bible. Yeah. We're having mad theatrics in the Bible because believe it or not, these stories are amazing. Except for right now, it's the part of the Bible that they put in here that just confuses your brain and there's no real reason for it to be in here. So then you just quit reading and you're like, oh my God, I don't want to read no more of this. so then you don't keep going and never touch the Bible again. So we're trying to get through that right now. That's why God is in here telling us exactly what he said and then letting us know that he doesn't want to tell us what he said because my God, this is so boring. So hopefully you want to stay and giggle. Yeah. So welcome to the party pen. We have good time. Yeah. And we're on Ezekiel. And we're on verse 10. Yeah. I've been here for 25 minutes and I've only got to verse 10. That's how boring this is. So we're at verse 10 because we're having a great time.
Okay. So, verse 10. Where the hell am I in life? No one knows what's happening. Okay. You shall have honest scales, and honest ephah. A bet shall be of the same measure. So a bet is 1/10 of a homer, and an ephah is 1/10 uh, of no of a homer, and their measure shall be according to the homer. The shekel shall be 20 gerahs, 20 shekels, 25 shekels, and 15 shekels shall be your mina. Yeah, no one even knows what that means. Look, I don't know what's happening. No one even knows what that means. He just, he's just saying things. Well, okay, this probably meant something back then. Again, I'm telling you, it's a Jew thing. It's not a Gentile thing, it's a Jew thing. Because nobody even knows what this is. This is why they put this in here. Because you're like, oh my God, mathing. The Bible is mathing. I'm not reading this. Because mathing is hard. Literally, it's very hard. And nobody wants to math while reading God. God doesn't even want to math while reading God. Who wants to math? No one. Okay. What? Really? Man, God, and God voice, I talk too much. Ah, okay. Okay. Here we go. This is the offering which you shall offer. You shall give 1/6 of an ephah from a homer of wheat. Oh my God, I'm not doing this. I'm not. Mathing, I'm not. Is, uh, wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't want to read this anyway, because this is who's mathing? God is mathing. Why? But is that the cat bear poop coffee? Because I've been drinking that and it literally does look like a cup of pee. Yeah, my dad paid $75 for a pound of it. Rich people are out of control with the things that they drink. And then I drank it. I drank cat poop coffee and it is not bad, but it literally looks like you're drinking pee. Yeah. See, I want to talk about anything but math. I'm trolling my own chat. I need to stop doing that. Okay. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. I was reading math. Okay. But, oh my God. So we'll go to verse 14. Um, wait. Uh, what did I say? We'll go to, oh, Yeah. Okay. 14. The ordinance concerning oil. The bath of oil is 1/10. Oh my God. No, no, no. Okay. We're okay. So verse 15 says it's a lamb shall be given from a flock of 200 from the rich pastures of Israel. Oh my God. No, no, no. I'm not doing it. Why? I don't want to do it. I don't want to read the no. Oh my God. All the people. Oh my God. Okay. So they're doing sacrifices. And then verse 16, it says, all the people of the land, all these terrible people are going to give this offering for the prince in Israel. Oh my God. My cat wants in. Hold on. Come on, Betty. Come on. I don't know why you let you outside and not let you back in. That's crazy. But then she probably didn't even try to go up front. Okay. Sorry about that. No, I think I got what you said. Kopi Luwak. It looks like a little raccoon cat, but I think it's a bear. Yeah. But I need to stop trolling my chat. But I want to talk about anything but this. Man, I lost a viewer because I don't want to talk about this. But I'm telling you, if you try to read it by yourself, try to get through it. I challenge you to try to get through the end of Ezekiel without totally getting mind numb. Because why is the Bible mathing? Okay. So um, then, uh, verse 17, it shall be the prince's part to give burnt offerings, grain offerings, drink offerings at the feast, the new moons. Why are they worshiping the moon now? Look, in the beginning, there was no moon worship, but now, for some reason, there's moon worship. This is a thing that is happening, and it comes out of fucking nowhere. Comes out of nowhere. The feast of the new moon. And I, why? Because they integrate the religion that is from that country into their religion. So then it just seems like God said it. When really, these terrible ass people sneak their way in like that. That's why Jesus was born in June, but we celebrate it in December. Yeah, not ethical. I don't know what's ethical, but I don't know nothing about it. But I do know I drank it. It's not real bad, but you can over sugar it and it does look like pee. See anything but read this book. I'm trolling my chat. Okay. Okay. So anyway, the prince does this at the feast, the new moon and the Sabbath, all the appointed seasons of these terrible ass people. He shall prepare the sin offering, grain offering, burnt offerings, the peace offerings to make atonement for all these terrible ass people. Okay. Oh my God. Why? Why? It's a new festival in April 1st. Look, God, God, never, look. They even changed Passover to this. They changed Passover. It's supposed to be April 14th, but for some reason, they, well, there was a reason. They missed it by like 3 days. And then they went to the king and was like, we need to celebrate dead babies. And he was like, okay. And they were like, yeah, well, we missed it. It was 3 days ago. But can we do it today on the 17th when they're supposed to celebrate dead babies on the 14th? But for some reason, they never changed it back to the 14th. Yeah, something like that happened. But they did not have a feast on the 1st of April because they left Egypt on the 13th and they landed where they were going on the 14th. And it's bullshit. And now they're changing God days. These motherfuckers are changing history again because that's what they do. They fucking change history anytime they get the chance to. And it's shit. They're They just made this festival up the 1st of April. They were still Slaves the 1st of April. But okay, I'm going to shut my fucking face. I'm going to shut my face and I'm going to let God tell you what he might not have said. Okay. In the first month, on the first day, which is their first month is April. Okay. You shall take a young bull without blemish, cleanse the sanctuary. The priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering and put it on the doorposts of the temple, on the four corners of the ledge of the altar, and on to the gateposts of the gate of the inner court. And you shall do so on the seventh day of the month also. For everyone who has sinned unintentionally or in ignorance, you shall make atonement for the temple. Okay, this was a thing, but it was for their daily sacrifices. And if you were here for my Exodus thing, when I read Exodus, I said that you really only have to sacrifice when you're not paying attention. If you know what you're doing, then go and do your shit because you have to be good in the world and good at the world. But if you're just fucking around and walking through the world like an idiot, you have to pay for that. You have to sacrifice for that because you're not fucking paying attention. It is a real thing that this Bible has said twice now. If you're not paying attention, you got to go sacrifice. Yeah. Stuff happens to you when you're not paying attention. real life lesson there, you know, and I haven't heard anybody else talk about this ever. That if you're not paying attention, you have to sacrifice. You have to be good in the world and good at the world. As long as you're doing those two things, you're cool with God, you know. But if you're sinning and somebody tells you you're sinning, then it's up to you to change your ways. And God will forgive you if you change your ways. But again, you have to be good in the world. Okay. So I said that uh okay. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, you didn't I just say this? April 14th is celebrate Dead Baby Day. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So the 14th of April, you celebrate Dead Baby Day. And on that day, the prince shall prepare for himself and all the people a bull for a sin offering on the 7 days of the feast. He shall prepare a burnt offering, 7 bulls, 7 rams without blemish daily for 7 days, and a kid of the goats daily for a sin offering. And he shall prepare the grain offering of 1 ephah for each bull. So they got to eat oatmeal with some meat. Yeah. Oh, that's such a cute little monkey. I need to finish this. Hold on 1 second. We're almost done. Okay. 7 days for his sin. And then he makes the oatmeal for each bull and 1 ephah for each ram, together with a hin of oil for each ephah. In the 7th month, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So October 15th, at the feast, I think it's Feast of Weeks. I think it's a Feast of Weeks. He shall likewise for 7 days do the sin offering, the burnt offering, the oatmeal offering, and the oil. Yeah. So, how's everybody? How are you over here in the foxhole? And how are you over here on YouTube? Oh, you gave me pills. I love tripod pills. Yeah, awesome. But how are you doing? And what do you think about all of this that we have to read for no real reason? Well, actually, the reason was right there. It said everything that I have been saying since Exodus and the story of Jesus. It says it all right there. And I'm so happy. And that is the reason why we had to read that. 67. Oh, well, I don't know what 67 is. But that's why 9 is scared of 67. Because 67, 8, 69. So maybe that's why 70's scared of 67. Because 67, 8. No. Now I don't remember the joke. Does anybody remember the joke? I don't remember the joke. Hold on. I want to see who's over here. Oh, I can't see over here. Okay. Oh, hold on. 7. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, rewind it and hear what it said about Exodus. You don't got to put no other preachy stuff on it because I think I got it right. And I would like to know if you think I got it right. So tell me if I got it right. And as a matter of fact, you can write in the comments if I got it right. Oh, I remember the joke, but it's not even in the joke. I just made it up. But why was 70 scared of 67? Because 68, 869. Oh, you did hear me. So did you think I got it right? Did I get it right? I know I got it right. Except for I didn't get that joke right. Um, so what are we thinking? I love thinking. I don't know, but I do want to smoke a cigarette or hit this bowl. I need to drink this coffee. Oh, and 7. I'm over here on Pilled also, Pilled.net and Curtis. As I say, Curtis. I'm also over here on YouTube. If you have a YouTube, uh, I never mind because I didn't even post my YouTube. So never mind. I was gonna say, uh, will you give me a subscribe? But I don't even have my YouTube on. I couldn't even give you a link, so never mind. Oh, you think I'm right? Kinda, but the joke's a good one. I'm glad because I got it wrong a whole bunch of times. But Curtis Cross said um, he believes I'm right. Oh, you gave me another. Oh, look, you are doing amazing things, giving me drive-by pills. Amazing. Do you want me to follow you? I'll follow you. I don't know how to follow you. Oh, yes, I do. Add to favorites. I don't know how to do that. Submit for a channel. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. I don't even know if I can follow you. Well, I mean, I know I can follow you, but I don't know if I can do it from here. I don't know what that means. So just give me a little bit. And okay. So, oh, listen, cousin, it's totally okay that you're kind of late. You got to work in the morning. So you can give me drive-by thumbs if you want to. And you can meet our friend over here, Curtis Cross. You know, there's Alex Cross. I think he's a JCW wrestler. He has that name, cross. I don't read is carrying cross, which I thought that was so cool because his name is literally carrying a cross, carrying cross. So it's okay. I don't even know. I didn't even watch wrestling today. I should have. Roger 8400 sent me. I don't know that, but I hope he likes me also. You should tell him to come and talk. Wait, I'm going to get out of God voice. Okay.
Wait. Okay. I'm out of God voice. You should tell him to come in and hang. It's fun here. Except for we're almost done with this book. I think there's 2 days left. And then we're going to be reading the missing books. Well, some of the missing books out of the Bible from the Ethiopian Bible, which is the oldest Bible. So people say, no one really knows. But we are going to be start reading the Ethiopian Bible. Again, which is the missing books out of the regular Bible, which I thought the Catholic Bible had. Well, no, I know the Catholic Bible also has a lot of missing books, but we're going to read the small version of the Ethiopian Bible because that shit's like some of them is $1,800. I got the $18 version. So it only has a few books in it. But I hope you stay for that. And somebody asked me if it was Rastafarian, and I don't exactly know if Jamaica is near Ethiopia. So I don't know if it's Rastafarian. But I'm pretty sure it's Ethiopian. Well, it it was written in the same language as the Bible. So, well, is it written in the same language as their original language, and then translated to Jew, and then translated to Hebrew, and then translated to English, and then translated to American. So I'm sure shit has got fucked up in between. Okay, there's people. So my bedtime is 9 o'clock. I don't know what time that is. Oh, oh. And when we start the Ethiopian Bible, I am going to move my show to 9 p.m. Because that's what time I take all my medication, and that's what time everybody is getting ready for bed. So I'm going to be moving to 9 p.m. And I don't know what time that is in your time, but uh, it'll be 9 p.m. Eastern. So I hope you give me a follow and come again because we do this crazy shit every day. Yep. And up here on the screen, this mad preacher, this is my cousin. And think about what kind of animal you would like to be. We got all kinds of animals dressed like wolves here. It's 8:54. Okay. So 11, no, 9, 8, 7. Oh, so it'd be like 7 o'clock your time. So a bunch of people will be going live at that time. Well, I hope you give me a chance above them. Or give me a watch on the replay crew, but watch it at 2 times speed. It's way funnier. I watch my own videos on 2 times speed. So I hope I get to see you live or on the replay. I'll always be drinking a cup of coffee. Mostly. Sometimes I drink soda, but I'm definitely smoking cigarettes and weed. Awesome. I love that. If you guys want to go over here to my build, we've got someone over here, or you can cross talk on the platform, and I'll try to do the best I can to be a middleman. But I don't know how to stop this. Okay. Wait, now preacher, cousin, I'm gonna find out what you say. Okay. I am excited to hear. Yeah, you know what? I am also kind of interested in what it says. As much as, like, I distrust it a little bit because it starts at Exodus. I am kind of interested to see what else it says. Well, I got the $18 one on Amazon, but they got a whole bunch of Ethiopian Bibles that have like all the books, and there's like 1,000 of them, and it has all of them. But that book is really expensive, and it's like I'm not reading that. Anyway, they hey Pill. Oh, my cousin said hi, Curtis. I wonder if you can see that. Hold on. There you go. Michael, nobody needs to get political. Stop it. I've already said my channel, it cannot be for that. Although these people, these terrible ass people, they do act like Democrats. Always like making shit up and changing history. And these people make shit up and change history a lot. So, but go over to Pill, Michael. But I love you, cousin. I still. Oh, and you also do have crazy religious opinions. But I thank you for not, you know, going into them. Stay healthy and warm. Oh, you're saying good night. Good night. I love you. Give the pillows some head and the sheets some ass. Have the sweetest dreams ever. Yep. But, cousin, speaking of crazy religious opinions, um, if you end up watching me on Time to End, um, if, yeah. 7, you should also get on the foxhole. You could live stream there. It costs $25. It's really cool. It's a fun little thing to go on. Aw. See, when General Samuel Fields come back, he'll see I got the stickers on. Yeah, well, that's if he ever comes back. But he did come one time. He did come one time. But I didn't know how to make my stickers work. But anyway, both of you guys could get on there. Although you would have to come up with a better title than what I have. I just have Bedtime with the Bible. I don't. But I already ran through all of the cool titles when I was just making regular videos. Why isn't the cigarette working? There it is. But 7. What, like, I I I don't, well, I do. Um what do you think about what this said when damn no where okay. Damn, now I don't know what he said. And you. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Um. Oh, yeah. When he was talking about, you have to. Okay. Well, I'm not seeing what you guys said. Okay. No. Okay. I like bacon. 7 is the mystical numbers guy. Yeah, he is a mystical numbers guy. Um, which is another thing that they would understand over there on Pill. But I want to know what you think about when God's like, if you're unintentionally sinning, you have to go make a sacrifice. But if you're being yourself and just doing what you do and following the rules, then God doesn't really care, right? As long as you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, but you're doing your own thing, it's like God don't give a shit about that. He gives a shit when you're not paying attention. And then when you're not paying attention, you get punished for it. You got to go sacrifice one of your things. Yeah. Oh, and Curtis went to sleep. At least I think he did. Yeah. He put the little cat on there. But, like, that's the fair 7. My manuscript is like that. Am I out of chat again? What the fuck is happening? Okay. I am waiting for you. Hi, new viewers. Don't forget to press like and subscribe or like and subscribe. Um, we are at the discussion part of this before we end it for the night. So please come back tomorrow at 11 p.m. and hear the whole meltdown of what's happening because we're at the end of Ezekiel and the Bible is mathing. And it's like, oh my God, why is it mathing? God is mathing in the Bible right now. And it's so hard to get through. Are you quoting New Testament shit to me? You know, they just make that shit up. I don't trust anything from book 3 of Das Bible because none of it has to do with Jesus. And but there are only 7 books in all the Bibles. Yeah, but it says it right here in Ezekiel what God said. And it's almost word for word what he said in Exodus. Toward the end of Exodus, God said, if you're not paying attention, you have to sacrifice. And that's what he's saying here. If you're not paying attention, you have to sacrifice. And I take that to mean as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, spreading the word among each other or whatever, spreading the word to the people you make your slaves and your family and stuff. God don't really care what you do. You just got to be good at it. God's not really nice to you if you're bad at things. God really doesn't even talk to you if you're bad at things. Because God wants you to be good at things. Because literally, Jesus said, those of the light are not as smart as those of the dark. That's why you have to be better than them at things. But Jesus is all about being an individual, doing your own thing in your own circle while spreading the light, being not brand new, so being yourself, but doing different things. And that is kind of advice I need to take also. I got to do different things. Only seven in all of the Bible. You're doing the numbers thing again, and I don't know anything about the numbers. Well, you got to figure, Nikki, I'm looking at this with a different perspective. I know, because you pay attention to all that other shit. And I'm not saying anything bad about it. What I'm saying is I'm just reading it for the words, like literally what it says. I told you, I'm not good at the numberography. I am great at cryptograms, not really good at I'm not good at gematria, like at all. And you spit the gematria at me and I don't know anything about it. But what I will say is the people on pill.net would know exactly what you're talking about. Like word and number for number, know exactly what the fuck you're talking about. Because the people over there, super conservative, pay attention to the numbers. I want to read the words. That's why the show is God Said What? Because it's about what God said. It's not, and not that I don't appreciate the number shit, because I do. That's hard work. That's why I couldn't do it. It's too complicated. That's why when it came to the number shit and Q, I just waited for the people to tell me what it meant. And usually I'd figure it out right then, once they said what the words were. I'm metaphorically a wild animal in a human body. No, it's not dark. It's another one of those things for why I read the Bible the way I do, because the meaning shit doesn't matter. All that shit is whatever you want it to be. And really, it's not about any of that. It's about literally what God said. God's literal 10 rules. It's so fucking simple that it's so hard. And it took someone with a half ass education to fucking read it the way it needs to be read, with all the fucking meanings that are made up by the same people that tell you Jesus isn't real. You know, it's just all shit that they thought of and then decided that, oh, that's what that means. It's not what that means. It's not what that means. What it means is what it says. And what it says is so important. And everybody convolutes it. So everybody thinks the Bible is too hard to read. And a lot of that shit has to do with the number thing. You guys throw all this math in there And then you're like, the Bible's so complicated, this is what it says. And then it scares people away from reading what it said. And what it said is nothing like what people say it means. It's literally nothing like that at all. And the little pretty messages that people put in there, like this means this, but they don't read the context of the story. They don't know what the story actually is and why what God or Jesus just said is highly important, because they don't want you to realize that the preachers and the priests and the Sadducees and all these imposters say is bullshit. And that's why God and Jesus both say, be an individual. Kill or get rid of the trying to be perfect thing. You have to sacrifice the being perfect thing. God only wants weirdos and fucking individual people down here. And individual looking animals. He doesn't want perfect. He wants flawed. He wants people actually living their regular life while loving him. God wants to be a part of your family, a part of your life. He doesn't want you to live his life. He wants to live your life. And all like they stripped God's personality. They stripped God's oneness. They have made God something that he's not, to fit him in a box that they can control. And God has never been one to be stuffed in a box that they can control. And again, I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm saying stuff that you're into, like, is part of the reason that I'm even reading this Bible in the first place, because it's not as complicated as all that shit. It's not that complicated. People make it complicated, just like they did with God's 10 rules, made them so complicated. They made a rule for everything. And then they made cities for people to go when they kill people. And they've literally been making sanctuary cities since the beginning of the Bible. And if it's not a sanctuary city for a murderer, it's a sanctuary for a city for people who come in and break into the country illegally, but they refuse to house them or sponsor them or anything like that. They just want them to come in and rob their house. But it's only our country. It's only my house. I mean, fine, whatever. But like, people use God to do the wrong thing more than they use God to do the right thing. Because doing the wrong thing is easier than doing the right thing. Oh, I didn't mean to misunderstand you, Michael or Ricky. I are coming. See, 7. I I don't know any of that. I told you I'm literally just reading the Bible for what the Bible said. Because all this other shit is complicating. It's complicating everything the Bible says when it doesn't need to be that complicated. Again, that's the reason I read this book because it's not that fucking complicated. That shit convolutes the literal message of the Bible. When it's clear as day, it doesn't need anything added to it. And again, they can make the numbers mean whatever they want them to mean. Because if you remember, a lot of people couldn't read for a long fucking time. And a lot of people could only get messages or the Bible read to them by somebody else. And somebody else decided what those things mean. And somebody else decided what the Bible says by preaching it through their sermons, by just reading it uh, out loud and then adding their own word magic to it. And these terrible ass people love changing shit and they love telling you what things mean. And again, they can make it say whatever they want to make it say. But I'm not saying it's wrong because they also made the Bible say whatever it said or whatever it says. You know, they also did that. But they left a lot of good shit in here that gives it away. That they just say a lot of things in here that give away like all the word magic. And a lot of times in this book, they didn't even take out the parts where God completely contradicts them. You know, if I was putting together a book that made my people look bad, would I really leave that shit in there? You know? And the books that were left out have to be again have to have some God talking in them so it can so we know exactly what it says and the context of everything. Because in order to get all those numbers, you would have had to have read it over and over and over and over and over again until it says what you want it to say. when clearly you don't really need to do that. You just need to read it one time and be like, oh, that's what that means. Yeah, because it'll tell you what it means. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm arguing in circles, and you're going to do what you do, and I'm going to do what I do. But I am going to tell you the things you're talking about would absolutely be appreciated on pill.net, because a lot of those people love, love that kind of stuff. Chris said, "Abuse as a form." Good night, cousin. Okay, I think. Okay. But seven, I don't want to argue with you. Uh, I don't want to say anything mean about you or anything. I I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything, but I do want to say I know that you believe these things. Well, I can't say that. They might be true. It could be true. But that's way deeper in the Bible than I'm willing to get into, because I was bad at the numerology even when Serial Brain was doing it at the beginning of the Q thing and talking about Trump talking in code and shit like that. It's like, okay, I this over my head. This over my head. And the Q clock, I never understood the Q clock. I they can make shit say whatever they wanted to say. Like, who am I to say that they're wrong? I don't know nothing about it. You could tell me right now that the Bible says cat bear shit coffee. And again, the Bible people could like decide that this one part of the Bible, it says bear cat shit coffee. It can say anything it wants to. But I say that and I listen to foreign death metal like I fucking know what it says. That also could be saying anything. And I didn't think about that till right now. I could be singing anti American songs and not even know it. And I'm not shitting on anything. Weeping revealed my path. Sage, have you ever? Yeah, yeah, I did read the book of Lamentation one time. Just like I've read this book one time. And I know you're going to say, because you said it before, that God said something like, my gift for you. And again, it could say that. I don't know. I don't know. That's way farther in the Bible. That's that's totally out of the purpose for my show. Like do not need to know that stuff to know what God said. I don't need to know that stuff to know that Paul is an imposter. I don't need to know that stuff in order to know that the whole New Testament outside of book 2, which is called Jesus Who's That, or Jesus Who, I don't need to know what any of that shit says because it's all fucking lie and anti-Jesus. Because it literally says the exact opposite of what Jesus said. And I don't need to know any of that number shit to know any of that. And because again, they can make it say whatever they want it to say to make it seem more true to people who are like, oh, this book's a fucking lie. Jesus' mom wasn't with him any of the time that he was on his shit talking tour. As a matter of fact, she came with Jesus' brothers and called him crazy the whole time he was on their way there. And then when she and her brothers get to where Jesus was preaching, he said out loud, I don't know her and I don't know them. These people that I just picked right now are my mothers and brother because they do what God said. I don't need to know anything other than that to know the New Testament is a fucking lie. And again, I'm probably shitting on people and losing subscribers as we speak. But I've been saying that since the beginning. I am not a Christian. I will never claim to be because I'm not like those people. Those people are Paulstons, not Christians. And before my Aunt Mary died, she tried to get me to read the book of Hebrews, and I would not read it. And she said, why? I said, because it was written by an imposter. And did you know she got real upset at me? Didn't talk to me for a week. And then she died like a month later. Yep. And I still don't want to read that book. Seems to be 2 markers. And there's well, I I suppose God did say at one time he would make people like me. He did say that. So, I don't know. Maybe maybe this is one of those times. But again, who's on the right side and who's on the wrong side? I think I'm on the right side, and you people, the people that do the number thing, think they're right. Everybody thinks they're right when it comes to this religion shit. But, you know, I mostly shit on Mormons and Catholics. I because they're just dead wrong and the Bible says that all the time. It says that all the time. Oh, and I shit on Muslims. Yep, I do that a lot also. Um, but I don't want to shit on your number shit because people do the number thing all the time, all throughout the Bible, all the time. They do the number thing. But I just do the simple thing because the simple thing is usually the answer. So I'm doing the simple thing because it's usually the answer. And the simple thing is just read the book. I'm glad that you come back. Even even if you do drive me crazy with this number shit. Okay? But just know that I would like you to get a pill.net account so you can take your number shit over there because they would really love that because they love the number shit and you want to share your message with people who probably understand it. So think about it, getting a pill.net account. And I am also trying to talk Michael into getting a pill.net account to start his little project that he has going on because that is a perfect place for you guys, you know, to communicate those things that are very underground. And one day I would just like to be fully underground instead of um, on YouTube. If you ever talk to anyone about numbers, just send them. Okay, I can actually do that. I can do that probably in the beginning of my videos. Just remind me, put on there uh your YouTube channel and remind me to say something and I'll say something about check out your channel because you do all the number shit. You want me to do that? Just talk about your channel in the beginning? I can do that. Just say, pop it in chat and then I'll put it on the screen. And then post your link to your YouTube channel. Can't post it in here. Then I'll post it. Don't have the right. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Severe let me post my channel and his talk. He actually promotes my channel sometimes. He tells people that I'm awesome. So I can return the favor. And remember, I did the blues guy. I got his channel and a couple of people listened to it. But I told them I probably couldn't get him a lot of fans, though. But I did at least get him one. Yep. So I could post your channel. I don't care. Just post your channel. Give yourself a nice little write up or something and then post your channel. Do it more toward the beginning or the end. Actually, do it closer to the end. This chat room will not let me. Okay, well, let me post things, I think. It does. But we got to get to bed. I got to get to bed. Oh my God. Yeah, see my therapist. I saw my therapist today. She gave me a whole lot more medicine. She gave me so much medicine, man. Okay. Okay, nobody came in my pill chat. Post it where? I'll post it here and over on what you call it. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna post it tonight. There's nobody here. But tomorrow night we'll post it. Just post it. Just say something and then post your channel in Discord, and I'll pull it off Discord. But I'll also talk about your channel, like if you're into number patterns and stuff. Go over here to 7 Patterns YouTube channel, something like that. I think that might be good. I don't know, but we can figure it out. We'll figure it out tomorrow. I don't know. But you know, I lost my good cigarette machine. I lost my good cigarette machine. I don't know where it is. But now I have this little shitty one. Well, I suppose it's not a little shitty one. It's like one of the first generation cigarette machines, and it wants to still be shitty. It's like, it's been about 20 years since I've been used. I'll just fuck up on you on purpose. Link in my channel. No, I'm just gonna uh post your YouTube channel. Man, I had some chili and it's giving me the worst fucking heartburn. But I think we are gonna get ready for bed. Because wow, Dustin's still awake and waiting for me. Damn it. Okay. So let's all go ahead and give the pillows some head. Put some lipstick on it. Put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. And then give your pillow some sweet ass fucking head. No, no. Give your pillow some head. Put some lipstick on. Put a ring on it. Get it all over your face. Then give your bed linen the best ass ever. So it'll have the sweetest dreams of its life. And then you have, no, you light a postcoital cigarette. Then you have the sweetest dreams ever. Okay. I'm waiting for you, Seven, or did you go smoke a cigarette? You probably went and smoked a cigarette. So, I'm going to tell you good night, my dear, dear friend. Okay. So, I'm going to say good night. I think you went and smoked a cigarette. I'm not waiting for you to smoke a cigarette. Boo. He did. Go and smoke a cigarette. Okay. Anyway, I love you, my dear friend. Goodbye.